Have you ever wondered why Sigma males are often misunderstood or even disliked? You're not alone. This enigma, known as the Sigma male, perplexes many. Get ready to laugh your socks off as I reveal the 7 hilarious reasons why people just can't handle Sigma males. Sigma males, an intriguing subset within the realm of masculinity, are often misunderstood due to their unique and unconventional traits. They're the introverted rebels of the social hierarchy, often opting out of the traditional dominance hierarchy that defines alpha and beta males. Their individualistic nature, combined with their self-sufficient attitude, sets them apart from the crowd. Yet these very traits that make them stand out also contribute to the misconceptions that surround them. Sigma males are not antisocial, as some might think, but rather selectively social. They choose their company wisely, preferring meaningful interactions over superficial socializing. This preference for solitude and deep interactions can sometimes be mistaken for arrogance or aloofness, leading to misinterpretations about their character. But in truth, Sigma males are just comfortable in their own skin and don't feel the need to prove themselves to others. It's this self-assuredness, this quiet confidence that makes them so intriguing, yet so misunderstood. They don't conform to societal norms or expectations, choosing instead to march to the beat of their own drum. They are the embodiment of the saying, "Still waters run deep," keeping their thoughts and feelings to themselves, adding to the air of mystery that surrounds them. And then there's their independence. Sigma males are self-reliant, often preferring to work alone rather than in teams. They are comfortable being in their own company and don't seek validation from others. This independent streak might be off-putting to some, leading to the belief that Sigma males are aloof or detached. But these perceptions couldn't be further from the truth. Sigma males are just different, not better or worse, just unique in their own way. And it's this uniqueness that makes them stand out, that makes them an enigma. With that said, let's dive into the 7 hilarious reasons why people can't stand Sigma males. The first reason is their solitary nature. Sigma males, often seen as the lone wolves of the social hierarchy, have a unique preference for their own company. They're the ones who choose to sit on the fringes of a crowd, observing and analyzing rather than participating in the fray. It's not that they're antisocial or that they don't enjoy good company. On the contrary, they appreciate meaningful interactions, but do not feel the need to constantly seek them out. This solitary nature, however, can be off-putting to some. In a world that values social butterflies and charismatic leaders, those who prefer their own company can be seen as odd or out of place. People are often drawn to those who can command a room, who can engage with everyone, and who thrive in the spotlight. Sigma males, with their preference for solitude, can be a stark contrast to this societal expectation. But let's delve a little deeper into this. Why do Sigma males prefer their own company? It's not out of fear or anxiety, but rather a deep-seated sense of independence. They don't rely on others for their happiness or self-worth. Instead, they find fulfillment in their own pursuits, be it reading a good book, exploring a new city, or simply spending time in contemplation. Furthermore, their solitary nature allows them to think more deeply, to understand things from different perspectives, and to make decisions without the noise and influence of others. This leads to a level of self-awareness and introspection that few can match. They are not bound by the need to conform or please others, giving them the freedom to be true to themselves. Yet, this lone wolf mentality can be difficult for others to understand. It's easy to misinterpret their solitude as arrogance or indifference, when in reality, it's a manifestation of their self-sufficiency and independent spirit. Their preference for their own company is not a rejection of others, but rather a testament to their self-reliance and inner strength. The Sigma male, the lone wolf, walks his own path, and while this may be hard for some to comprehend, it is this very trait that defines them. This lone wolf mentality can be difficult for others to understand. Secondly, the mystery surrounding Sigma males can be both intriguing and frustrating. Diving into the world of Sigma males is like stepping into an enigma wrapped in a riddle. These individuals are known for their secretive and reserved nature, a trait that can lead to a myriad of misunderstandings. Imagine a labyrinth its winding paths shrouded in darkness with only the faintest glimmer of light to guide you. That's what it's like trying to understand a Sigma male. Sigma males are often seen as puzzles waiting to be solved. They don't wear their hearts on their sleeves, nor do they spill their deepest secrets at the drop of a hat. This reserved nature can make them seem aloof or even cold, but don't be fooled. Beneath that icy exterior lies a rich, complex personality that only a select few are privileged to see. Their silence is not a sign of indifference, but rather a testament to their introspective nature. They're observers, analyzers, thinkers. They're the ones who sit quietly in a corner, absorbing every detail, every nuance, every whisper. They don't react on impulse, but rather, they take their time to process the information, to dissect it, to understand it. This can lead to misunderstandings. People might mistake their silence for arrogance, their reserve for disinterest, but those who take the time to dig a little deeper will find a treasure trove of wisdom and insight. You see, Sigma males are not indifferent, they're just selective. They choose their words carefully, their actions deliberately, their friendships wisely. Their mysterious nature can be both intriguing and frustrating. It's like trying to read a book with half the pages missing. You're drawn in, captivated by the story, but at the same time, you're left with a burning desire to know more. That's the allure of the Sigma male. They're not an open book, they're a mystery novel, and every conversation, every interaction is another chapter waiting to be discovered. Their enigmatic demeanor can surely make people scratch their heads, but remember, every mystery is meant to be solved. So are you ready to delve into the enigma of the Sigma male? Thirdly, Sigma males are known for their unconventional lifestyle. It's a lifestyle that doesn't follow the beaten path of societal norms and expectations. This unsettling characteristic is what makes them stand out in a sea of conformity. In a world where we are constantly told what to do, what to wear, how to act, and how to live, Sigma males choose to dance to the beat of their own drum. They reject the notion that life is a one-size-fits-all journey, and instead, they opt for a path that is uniquely their own. This doesn't mean they are rebellious or lawless. On the contrary, they simply believe in the freedom of independent thought and action. Imagine a world where everyone is wearing black and white, and then enters a Sigma male, clad in vibrant colors. It's not that they are trying to be different for the sake of being different. They just don't feel the need to conform to societal expectations. Their choices, whether in fashion, career, or lifestyle, are driven by personal preference and not societal pressure. This unconventional approach can be unsettling for some. People are creatures of habit and routine. We find comfort in the familiar. When someone challenges the status quo, it can be disconcerting. It's like walking into a room and finding the furniture rearranged. It's the same room, but something feels off. Sigma males are like that rearranged room. They're not doing anything wrong, they're just different. They're the ones who question, challenge, and bend the societal norms. They're the ones who aren't afraid to stand alone, to be different, to be themselves. And while this can be unsettling for some, it's also what makes them so fascinating. The unconventional lifestyle of a Sigma male is not for everyone. It requires courage, self-assurance, and a strong sense of self. It's a lifestyle that values individuality over conformity, freedom over restrictions, and authenticity over pretense. Their rejection of the status quo often leaves people bewildered. But remember, a Sigma male isn't trying to bewilder or confuse. They're simply living their life, their way. Fourthly, Sigma males are fiercely independent. What does it mean to be fiercely independent? For Sigma males, it's the essence of their being. They thrive on self-reliance, on charting their own course, and on relying solely on their own abilities and instincts. They don't seek validation from others, nor do they rely on societal norms to dictate their actions. This independence can be quite intimidating to others. We live in a society that often values conformity and groupthink. We're taught from a young age to fit in, to belong, to be part of the group. But Sigma males reject this notion. They don't need to fit in because they're comfortable standing out. They don't need to belong because they're content in their solitude. They don't need the group because they're self-sufficient. This can be quite unsettling to those who adhere to societal norms. When they encounter a Sigma male, they're confronted with a person who doesn't need them, who doesn't seek their approval, who doesn't conform to their expectations. This can be threatening and unsettling, leading to feelings of discomfort and even resentment. Sigma males also tend to be self-starters. They're not waiting around for someone to tell them what to do or how to do it. They take the initiative, set their own goals, and then work tirelessly to achieve them. This can be daunting to those who are more passive or dependent on others. Furthermore, Sigma males are often seen as loners, but this is a misconception. They're not loners because they're antisocial or because they dislike people. They're loners because they value their independence and autonomy. They're comfortable in their own company and don't need constant social interaction to feel fulfilled. So why can't people stand Sigma males? It's not because there's anything inherently wrong with Sigma males. It's because their independence and self-reliance challenge societal norms and expectations. They force people to question their own dependence on others and their own need for social validation. Their independence often leaves people feeling left out. Fifthly, Sigma males are typically the silent types. Now, let's unpack this. In a world where the loudest voice often wins, where extroversion is celebrated, and where small talk is considered a social norm, Sigma males stand apart. They prefer the depth of silence over the shallowness of meaningless chatter. But this characteristic often leads to misunderstandings. Think of a social gathering. You'll find Sigma males standing in the corner, observing rather than participating. Their quietness isn't due to disinterest or arrogance, as it's often misconstrued, but rather a conscious choice. They find more value in observing, understanding, and internalizing the world around them. They are the folks who believe in the old adage, listen twice as much as you speak. Sigma males, with their silent demeanor, are like the still waters that run deep. They may not always voice their thoughts, but when they do, it's profound, insightful, and worth waiting for. They don't engage in small talk because they find it draining and unfulfilling. Instead, they crave deep, meaningful conversations that stimulate their minds and souls. This silence, however, can sometimes be misinterpreted. It can make others feel uncomfortable, leading to assumptions of arrogance, aloofness, or disinterest. It's not uncommon for Sigma males to be labeled as rude or antisocial, but these labels are far from the truth. Silence for a Sigma male is a sanctuary. It's a space for introspection, for self-discovery, for gaining a deeper understanding of oneself and the world. They are not disinterested, just selective. They are not arrogant, just reserved. Silence, for them, is not an absence of something, but a presence of everything that truly matters. So the next time you come across a Sigma male who prefers silence over small talk, remember, they are not trying to offend or distance themselves. They are simply being true to their nature, embracing their silence, and finding meaning in their own unique way. Their quiet nature can be misinterpreted, leading to discomfort. But remember, silence is not empty, it's full of answers. So let's learn to listen, even when no words are spoken. Sixthly, Sigma males are unpredictable. Now this trait can be quite a double-edged sword. On one side, it adds another layer to the already intriguing mystery that is the Sigma male. Their unpredictability can keep people on their toes, never quite sure what they're going to do next. They may decide to go on a spontaneous road trip or drop everything to learn a new skill or language. This unpredictability is a part of their charm, a part of their appeal. But let's turn that sword around. This unpredictability isn't always seen as a positive trait, and that's because it can be quite disconcerting for others. How, you may wonder? Well, as human beings, we are creatures of habit. We like predictability. We like knowing what's going to happen next. It gives us a sense of control, a sense of security. But when you're dealing with a Sigma male, that sense of predictability goes out the window. You see, Sigma males don't operate on the same wavelength as the rest of us. They don't adhere to societal norms or expectations. They do things their own way, on their own time. And while this can be exhilarating, it can also be unnerving. You never know if they're going to show up to a planned event or flake out at the last minute. You never know if they're going to be in a talkative mood, or if they're going to retreat into their own world. This unpredictability can lead to misunderstandings and miscommunications. It can lead to people feeling unsure or even insecure, Because when you can't predict someone's actions, it's hard to feel secure in your relationship with them. It's hard to know where you stand. But here's the thing. Sigma males aren't trying to be unpredictable to throw people off or cause unease. They're simply being true to themselves, living their lives according to their own rules and rhythms. And while this may not always align with others' expectations, it's an integral part of who they are. Their unpredictability can make people feel uneasy. But remember, this is just another facet of their unique personality, another piece of the enigmatic puzzle that is the Sigma male. Lastly, Sigma males are self-sufficient. If there's one thing that stands out about these individuals, it's their ability to rely solely upon themselves. They're the kind of people who don't need others to accomplish their goals or to make their dreams come true. They have the ability to stand alone, to face challenges head-on, and to overcome obstacles with a tenacity that is truly admirable. These are the men who can go out into the wilderness with nothing more than a pocket knife and their wits, and come back with a 3-course meal. They're the individuals who can fix a broken-down car on the side of the road without needing to call for help. They are the ones who can navigate through life's storms without seeking shelter in the comfort of others. They are, in essence, the quintessential embodiment of self-reliance. But this self-sufficiency, while admirable, can also make others feel unnecessary or redundant. When you're around a Sigma male, it's easy to feel like you're not needed, like you're just an extra piece in their game of life. After all, if they can do everything by themselves, then where do you fit in? What role do you play in their life? These questions can make people feel insecure and question their own worth. This, however, is not the intention of the Sigma male. They don't aim to make others feel redundant. They simply value their independence and their ability to take care of themselves. They see their self-sufficiency as a strength, not as a tool to belittle others. They believe in their own abilities, and they don't feel the need to rely on others for validation or support. In the end, the self-sufficiency of the Sigma male is a double-edged sword. It's a trait that makes them strong, capable, and independent, but it can also make those around them feel insignificant or unnecessary. But remember, the Sigma male doesn't intend to make you feel this way. They simply live their life in a way that works best for them, and that means being able to stand on their own 2 feet. Their self-sufficiency can make people question their own worth. So there you have it, 7 hilarious reasons why people can't stand Sigma males. Now, let's take a moment to recap our journey through the realm of the Sigma male. We've delved into the enigma that is the Sigma, and how their mysterious nature can be both intriguing and confounding. The Sigma's preference for solitude, their status as the lone wolves of society, often leads to misconceptions and misunderstandings. They are not loners out of disdain for others, but simply because they value their own company. We've also explored the unconventional side of the Sigma male, a trait that sets them apart from the crowd. Their unique approach to life, their refusal to conform to societal norms, can be a breath of fresh air, but it can also ruffle feathers, especially amongst those who prefer the comfort of the known and the traditional. Then there's the Sigma's independence, a trait that is admirable yet can be seen as intimidating or isolating. They are self-reliant to a fault, often opting to take on challenges single-handedly instead of seeking help or collaboration. The silent strength of the Sigma male, their preference for action over words, can be misconstrued as aloofness or arrogance. Yet, it is simply their way of navigating the world, of making their mark without the need for grand gestures or loud proclamations. We've also touched on the unpredictable nature of the Sigma male. Their ability to surprise and their refusal to be boxed in can be unsettling for some, but it's an integral part of their charm. Lastly, we've looked at the self-sufficiency of the Sigma male, a trait that enables them to thrive in solitude, yet can be mistaken for coldness or indifference. These are the 7 hilarious reasons why people can't stand Sigma males. But let's not forget, these traits that can be misunderstood or disliked are also what make the Sigma males unique, captivating, and undeniably authentic. Remember, being a Sigma male is not about being disliked, but about being true to oneself and embracing one's unique traits.